Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a generalized reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm kind of just shifting through the energy, right? Because there is a focus on like what you're giving your energy to or where you're investing your energy, right? And push through the insecurity and forgiveness. And maybe that is like a reflection of your own inner journey. It's the where you've held on to emotional like perspectives. Yeah, it's like honoring where the emotions being pushed out of alignment, right? Because it's kind of like there is this clear understanding, or a clear like insight or a release or like a perspective shift. It's like this, like some of you are rebirthing and feeling that you have to bend your compromise of like the who you are. And you have to understand, right? Like, and I learned this recently because I kind of honored what I saw in the journey, right? And allowing like the creator to kind of guide. And because you're not going to realize like the people that you meet, they, for you guys that are super tapped in or super aligned or super aware, you know, that you are an angelic energy. You're going to realize that you're going to meet other people that essentially hold the same soul family, soul residence, same vibrational frequency. And like, you're going to want to hold space and help them through whatever process it is, but it will never be at your own state of discernment or your own state of truth or your own state of reflection, right? And not everyone you're going to be able to show all aspects of self to, right? Because there's a misconception in thinking, oh, your life must be easy, right? Or if you disseminate or shift the frequency of what you've been through. People who are operating out of a wound or operating out of a state of um substance, we'll say substance because they're showing me a multitude. You could very well feel like it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because although you want to help them because they're soul family, um you can only help until a point, right? It's not your job to carry somebody past their own enlightenment, is what they're saying. It's like you have to pick your door of vulnerability and who you can really show all aspects to, right? Because when you're younger, you want to be in the mix, right? And as you get older, as you mature, or as you gain clarity, like you start to realize it's really nice to just have a couple of aces that you truly trust versus having, you know, tons of people that you're just acquaintances to, right? And there can be something that is, mm, it's like something that you are unpacking, like through whatever mistakes have been made, whatever perspectives have come in, right? Where you maybe necessarily didn't see problems. And again, it can be the opposite of that. You could have been, instead of seeing the problems, you could have just been in a state of ease, flow, and joy and like lightness to where you weren't focusing on the negative path or the unpaved path. It's kind of like understanding the journey to self. It's kind of that death and rebirth phase through this like year of the snake. It's like shedding the skin of the old and understanding the exploration through integrity, honesty, outside of no longer feeding your insecurities or the parts of you that didn't believe that you could achieve what you wanted without having to conform or putting on a fake facade, right? A lot of people nowadays really gel more with authenticity and the fact that we've all been through our own shit, right? Like it's this is a journey to self. We all get there at some point eventually. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be unflawed and that you're never going to have a slip up, or you're never going to raise your tone, or you're never going to, be able to hold your own security or your own self-judgment, right? Like your visions are your visions regardless of your human experience. Like we are all flawed. That is part of the human condition, right? And it's through the unwaveringness, it's through the understanding of like your own pathway, like the preparation that led up to here. It's essentially like identifying that you can actually pick out of 3 tracks. You can pick out of infinite tracks. Like once you understand that you are in fact the creator, and like what things caused a situation, how do you want to alleviate the situation, what needs to take place as you proceed forward, right? What are the things that you need to take into place to actually activate the situation or shift the frequency of the situation, right? Like through awareness, through vision, through clarity, through understanding, like all of these things are going to be taking place. If there is a super moon, that's going to be part of it, right? There's some abilities that are going to be coming online that it's going to just like kind of hit you out of nowhere. It's kind of like when your third eye all of a sudden comes online or your hands activate, you can kind of see the world gets turned up a little bit in frequency. Like you can literally feel the palpable shift in like your energetic fields, right? And so that is going to be part of it. What else? Attend to your earthly matters, right? Like your 3D reality. Don't consume and be only in vision the entire time. Be in a state of like rebirthing, or in a state of mm, cooperating with the universe. It's kind of like you aligning with the higher perspective of self. Um, and you quite somebody may be becoming like part of a um it's like possibly like some kind of a teacher or some kind of it's like working with kids. I don't know. It's for somebody though. Uh, I'm gonna leave that there. If something in this resonates with you, give it a like, a comment, a subscribe. I feel like I'm missing. Yeah, I'm missing cards. Sorry. It's like I'm sitting here and I'm just like, wait, I've got all the cards on deck, but I don't. I'm gonna leave you with this. There's a rejuvenation through open mind and willingness to entertain ideas that repel stagnancy and lack of growth, right? Like, what is it that's going to keep the water flowing? What is that's going to open up the lymphatic system? What is it that is going to shift your nervous system or your meridian lines? It's like there's new ideas and new pathways that are going to excite you as you proceed forward and move within divine unconditional love, like through whatever frequency this is, right? There's like a force that's shifting. If you are in lack, like literally dance it out of your body, like get rid of that energetic frequency that is impeding you in a lower vibrational state. It's whatever has been intimidating you or impeding you to proceed forward, like name it and claim it in the name. Like, you just say, God, I am tired of running in this cycle. I don't want to do it anymore. I see it for what it is, and it's time to proceed forward. I open up the doors to the flow of abundance, to my divine creation, right? No longer allowing energies or entities to impede your forward progression, right? It's time for you to get on it's a divine inner path. It's getting into the duties that you're meant to help with the collective. So for those of you that have the ability to soak in water, be it a pool, be it the ocean, be it like a river. If it's not cold, like obviously use caution, proceed at your own understanding, right? But if you can get into a natural form of water, I understand it's winter and there's snow in certain places, but maybe this is for somebody who's going to be going to like a tropical location. Like maybe you're going to a place that's going to like reset your body, allow you to tap into your creativity, right? Like through that balance, through that alignment, like whatever has been intimidating you is just going to dissipate, right? You're going to step into a state of where there is no more stress, where there is just full alignment. There is going to be rest, recuperation. It's you stepping into a state of, this is how I choose to live my life as I proceed forward. And it's like, as you're honoring that journey and you're stepping into those guidances, like this is going to be what's coming next, right? And you're going to understand it pretty clearly, through like your relationships, like where you're feeling like at home or what doorways and pathways you're walking into. It's like, it's all of a sudden there is no, walking out of fear or walking out of insecurity or uncomfortability. It's like you're all of a sudden just who you are. And like, once you release the mask of the impediment of where you've not been able to be all aspects of who you are, it doesn't mean, like, and here's the misconception, it doesn't mean you have to show everybody all aspects of you, right? You honor each facet of yourself in your own journey. And you give acknowledgement where maybe you didn't see yourself as soft, as you didn't see yourself as kind, or you saw yourself in a negative parallite, right? What's the opposite of what it is that you've been experiencing? And you have to shift your frequency in alignment to the what you want more of, like the how you desire it. Like, what does unconditional love look like to you? How can you be that out in your environment? And again, it does not mean that you're not going to slip. Like, you are going to have your catalytic old conditioning patterns and old beliefs step forward, right? Specifically, somebody saying with love or with marriage, like there's some kind of a misconception of somebody taking. And so it's like you have to understand, and they showed me this to me a couple weeks ago, right? Like, you cannot force what another person did to you in a past or in a past life onto a current situation. Like, you have to honor the journey of where you're at, but also not turn a blind eye to the impediments that you see in front of you, right? If somebody tells you they're a spade, believe that they're a spade. It's the forgiving the lessons that you've had to learn, because again, whatever you did in your energy caused the toxicity in another. And it's honoring the insecurities that you've perpetuated forward. And through like your relaxing, resting, rejuvenation, like you're going to end up like recirculating or reacclimating like a brand new inner guidance, inner income. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. Again, if something in this resonated with you, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, be well. The website is holisticvibes.org, and sessions are open for, I'm about a week and a half out. Okay. Talk to you later. Ciao.